Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mr. Karunia Dianta Sembayang SIPME as my first supervisor and Mansuri Fatima Zahra SIEME as my second supervisor. And also Professor Sri Indrani Kensari SAMSA as the coordinator of the Economic Education Study Program. In this occasion, I'm Dina Mufida from Economic Education Study Program who will present my research proposal entailed the effect of PPKM policy and the use of the online motorcycle taxi on the intensity of food purchase through by delivery feature for millennial group in DKI Jakarta. First, I will start with the background. The coronavirus began to appear in China in 2019 and entered Indonesia in March 2020. 2 weeks after the discovery of the case, the government immediately set a new policy called PSBB, which was the last change in name to PPKM. This is a new policy cover all exciting sectors such as the industrial sector, enterprise sector, UMKM, tourist and education sector, and even the religion sector. In addition, a new policy was implemented in the form of WFH for the worker and PJJ for the students. As well, the temporary closure of the all public activity that DIN is aware also prohibit which makes people choose the food delivery order feature on the online motorcycle taxi application to buy food. In fact, the online motorcycle taxi application is an application indeed for transportation activity such as motorbike and cars. However, along with the development of technology and the times, the online motorcycle taxi application do not only provide motorcycle and car only, but also provide a food delivery feature, which is a very popular and also help people in this pandemic era. This service turned out to be well received by the public is a short time because it was proven to make people daily life easier, especially in this pandemic era. The magnitude of the one concern about this virus is one of the reasons for the persistence of this feature in the midst of the pandemic. In addition, there are often promo or a discount given by this feature to its user, which can make this feature even more popular. With all the advantage and conveniences obtained, in a short time, it turned out that this feature able to make some people even depend on the use of this food delivery feature. But the good side is UMKM, even a substantial restaurant find this feature helpful because it can increase their profit and expand their market reach. This feature also help the Ministry of Cooperation and UMKM to achieve the target of 10,000 UMKM go digital, which makes UMKM have a great opportunity to increase profit and expand their market reach, so that it will also have an impact to the economy in Jakarta. According to user report of the food delivery feature of the well-known online motorcycle application in Jakarta, Grab, and their report called GrabNext states that 87% of the users of the food delivery feature are millennial, age 24 until 44 years old. It's because this millennial group itself is a group that always use technology and digital information in their lifetime. That's why the millennial group is majority of user of this food delivery feature. Next, in Jakarta as the capital city of Indonesia, which is the center of the economy. This makes the millennial group is in Jakarta use technology more in fabulous field, including the technology for the food delivery feature during their life. Furthermore, are the formulation and research purpose. First, to find out the effect of PPKM policy on the intensity of the food per head atau the delivery feature of 4 millennial group in DKI Jakarta. Second, to find out the effect of using online motorcycle taxi service on the intensity of food per head toward the delivery feature for millennial group in DKI Jakarta. And third, to find out the effect for PPKM police and the use of the online motorcycle taxi service on the intensity of food per head toward the delivery feature for millennial group in DKI Jakarta. For more, there are previous research. The first one of the Edwin in 2020 on application for assessment of the government policy related to online motorcycle taxi operation during the pandemic using the naive-based classifier algorithm. The purpose of the research is to develop and provide input the policy related to COVID-19 and this time, and as the additional input to relieve government agency or institution in reviewing current policy. And the data taken from this research is by using web scraping on Twitter. And the second is from Michael Christian, Christina Dwinor, Rembulan in 2020 on the existence of the online application-based transportation mode a user-loyal counterproductive analysis with the government policy as the moderating effect. The purpose on this research is analysis the loyalty of user on online application-based transportation modes based on the many obstacles and innovation that occur. And the sample for the research was 1,050 users of the online transportation mode application in DKI Jakarta. The third on was from Abdullah Ramdhani, Bani Hairul Muzadid, Dini Turipam Alamanda, dan Fikri Fakhroji in 2019 and 19 on netizen perception of the government policy on online object using Twitter analysis. The purpose of this study was to determine the pattern of public reaction in responding to current issue through Twitter social media. Data that can be proposed by research using our study is 20,000 tweets. The fourth was from Ratnawati Tuti in 2020 on analysis of work from home policy implementation on the welfare of online transportation driver in Indonesia. The purpose of this study was to analyze the implementation of the work from home policy on the welfare of transportation for online driver. Data collection in this study was carried out by browsing journal, books, and online media. And the last one is from T. Hari Rahman Shah and Alniction Star Francisco in 2020 on analysis of the policy formulation on the existence of online motorcycle taxi in Jakarta. Online motorcycle taxi in Indonesia, a case study of online motorcycle taxi in Jakarta. The study is to analyze the policy formulation of the existence of the motorcycle taxi. The informant in this study were effects staff of the Communication 5 DPR RI head of subdirection for city transportation of the Ministry of Transportation, transportation officer, online motorcycle taxi organization, online motorcycle taxi user, and online motorcycle taxi drivers. Based on this data, I can conclude that the difference is the data analysis technique used, the sample technique used, the research variable, indicator variable, and the theory used. This research takes place in DKI Jakarta with focus on millennial group. In the research, use three variables. There are the PPKM policy of the using online motorcycle taxi service and the food purchasing food. The theory used in this research is sourced from national and international book and also journal. The type of research is quantitative research with the survey method in the form of questionnaire and data analysis technique carried out by using regression model parameter estimate, which are the process using the SPSS or statistical package for social science 25 program. Next, the theory that I use in my research. The first is theory of public policy. From the theory of Robert Aston, Thomas Araday, Ina Herliani, I can conclude that the public policy is a series of actions that must be taken or not, that are made, choose, regulate, and allowed by the government legally to the people, either individually, group in the order to achieve a certain goal, namely solving problem and prospering the community. And the second is distribution theory. For the theory of Chiptono, Kettler, and Keller, I can conclude that distribution is a series of economic activity to distribute goods or service from product to consumer to supply their daily needs. And the third is theory of demand. From Dr. Hannes Muhammad Theory and Economics, I can conclude that demand is the condition where customer ask for goods and service in the market with various price level and possible price in a certain period, which is determined by the amount of income in that period, so that consumer can buy the good and service they want. And the last is demography. From the preset and the Philip M. Hauser and Dudley Dutton theory, I can conclude the demography is a science that explain the population as seen from the population structure or computation of the population distribution, and the all factor that influence is because the distribution component in the form of birth, death, and migration in the area. Then there is the research hypothesis. The hypothesis of the research is HO, PPKM policy and use of online motorcycle taxi service are not affect the intensity of the food purchase to the delivery feature for millennial group in the Jakarta, and HA are the online motorcycle taxi policy and the use PPKM policy and the use of online motorcycle taxi service affect the intensity of the food purchase to the delivery feature for millennial group in DKI Jakarta. Next, go to research method. The first is at the time and place for the research. The research period will be carried out for 2 months with detail, 1 month of the data collection and 1 month of data management. And for the place will be on the DKI Jakarta. Next, the type of research. The type of research I use in quantitative research with a correlation approach and the use an explanatory research design. I use the quantitative method because in my research there are three variables whose purpose is to find effect between those variables, and it will only be known if I use a data collection toward quantitative data, because quantitative data can be tested statically to see the effect. And the method that used in this research is a survey method that using a correlation approach, because uh, because it is a purpose to determine the effect between three variables. There are PPKM policy and the use of online motorcycle taxi service with food per head. Well, the design used in the study is an element explanatory design which intended to explain generalization between the sample and its population, or explain the relation, difference, or effect of the variable on the other variables. Next, there is sampling technique. It is probability sampling, which is a sampling technique where every member of the population has the same opportunity. The sampling technique uses the type of proportional stratified random sampling, which is a sampling technique where the population has a start or arrangement and is not proportionally homogeneous. And I use the Slovin formula because my research has a large population, and to conclude the minimal sample size of my research, this Slovin formula can only be used. It's assumed that the 95% confidence level or 5% significance level, and the estimate proportion 0.5, and those assumption is according to my research. Next, a data collection technique. The data collection technique that I use is the survey method because this method can cover many respondents and also has a wide range and minimal material expenditure. In addition, research field that is method is very suitable for the research being conducted. Next, the research instrument that I use in use is a questionnaire and use a Likert scale 1 until 5. The next is the data analysis technique that I use in the estimation of regressive model parameter. Third regression testing will produce a regression education to see whether of obtained equation is close to the actual situation or not. The data processing in the study is used the SPSS or statistical package for social science 25 program. And the last is validity and reliability. After I test in by distribution questionnaire to 30 sample and processing the validity and reliability of the data, I was found that the data was proven to be valid and had high reliability, so that it was a good to be used as a research instrument. That's the presentation that I delivered regarding my research proposal. More or less, I apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you.